All right, let's get going. Okay, last time we were doing... Oh, I don't even remember what we were working on. Making some amount of money considering we have 20 million. Did we have anything left in the station? No. Or not much anyway. Okay, the only miners left, only independent miners left are the Hypori miners. And their profits had fallen off pretty hard. I'm tempted to order them to return home. I might leave the small one alone. But the large one definitely is no longer making much money. If I pull the large one out, the small one will probably go back to making money again. So let's attempt to do this. He might get destroyed on his way back. But I'm going to hope he doesn't. Also, we don't need that guidance up anymore. Okay. So his orders have been changed. Yep. Okay. It's nice to have a TIE cockpit where you can actually see what's going on. Admittedly, the UI is a little less cool, but that is a small price to pay. Of course, some of that might just be that, well, not the visibility, but some of my happiness comes down to just being much more used to this flight model. And knowing exactly how close I can cut things. Anyway. So we need to figure out something to do to kill time. And exploring... Well, we've pretty much explored all the accessible friendly areas. So the next best bet is probably going to be either more satellite placing, which is honestly kind of boring. Oh, Sealith. Seems like that view makes more sense. Move forward in the cockpit to get better use of limited visibility. Yeah. The looking down a straw view from squadrons seems a little bit odd. Don't know why they quite did it that way.
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
It made the... Okay, when you think about the scale of a TIE fighter, this view makes more sense. Let's just look at the outside here for a second. Because put a human next to this. This is not like a human tall or whatever, but even if you... Okay, let's say you get a close view of it. Your head is only up to about here. Your feet are down here by the bottom of the window. Squadrons the way they portray the window doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Oh well. Overall, visibility out the front isn't that important anyway in a space shooter. Or at least not one like this, where you're not really acquiring your targets visually anyway, you're cycling through targets and collecting them that way. But anyway, let's take a look at the wider map. Okay. So the large miner in Hyporia has been ordered to return. Hopefully he makes it through hostile space here. I'm not going to fly him manually, and if we lose him, oh well, it's like a couple million. How are we doing on material stocks at the... Oops. We are low on ore and silicon. We're doing not so great on energy cells. We're using them faster than we're making them. And helium and methane are at least not going down too quickly. So ore and silicon are the main thing we need more of, and a lot more of. Additionally, hello Nova, welcome here. I don't think I have any orders for more. Okay, let's go ahead and add another set of panels on. For now, just one. I think we're going to need to add a little more money for this. There we go. That should be everything needed. I've never bothered to name fleets, so I really don't know how that would work out. Currently, I don't have any fleets to name, so if you mean fleets assigned to a station, like a, not fleet, but like a group assigned to a station, you can't rename those, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately. Because I would like to say rename Alpha Group as Minor Group or whatever. But I don't know if you can rename fleets. I guess we do have the Pretender here. Rename fleet. I guess you could type in whatever you want instead of fleet 1. But then the groups underneath that fleet would have Alpha, Beta, and so on. Personally, at least in the last game, I always just named my, always named my fleets. Yeah, I never changed their name, but I always just call them after the name of their flagship. Of course, I didn't really make fleets per se in that time around. I just kind of assigned a couple smaller ships to one big ship, and boom, there you go. Okay. So we need more miners. Preferably large miners. I'm not sure if I want to spend money on large miners right now, though. Or if I should wait. So we're completely done with buying stuff for the station, except the next stage, which is like 40 million. Then plus how much it's going to cost to build it. And see, when it shows a fleet here, it says Fleet 1 and then the name of the capital ship that it's based around. I never paid any attention to the fleet name. And also, most of the time, I don't really look up my fleets on this menu either. I would know where the ship was and then just select it. Usually when I'm looking in this list, I'm looking for a specific known ship, not a specific fleet. But anyway. But then I don't have gigantic numbers of combat ships normally either. I have a smaller number that I manage more directly.
Docking permission granted.
Okay. So we need more large ships for mining specifically. Are friends with the Empire? No, I am not friends with the Empire. And that needs to change. I might go do some quick fly through their space kind of exploring. Discover exactly where Imperial space is. Like here, there's a gate that goes somewhere. Yeah, I probably should fly up to the northern bits of Republic space and then do some proper exploring around that area, I guess. It's a weird place for a gate, honestly. I have never pinged that system. I've never been to this system. Okay. So let's go up here to this system, whatever it's called. And let's find out where we can go from there. Why? Unknown object. There's a bunch of them here. Okay, actually, let's change this plan slightly. Let's go explore this place. You have too many you have too many L ships to count. What would I use for a private transport for myself? Well, currently I just use my fighter. I suppose that would depend on if I ever find a faster fighter. Or figure out a way to configure this ship to be faster. If I wanted a larger ship, I don't normally use large ships as a personal transport. They're too cumbersome. And I haven't really seen any medium ships in this mod that impressed me much yet.
Jump completed. Mattel.
Forgot to ring the bell. Yeah, I mean, did I say I haven't seen large ships that impress me yet? I meant medium ships, if I did. Okay, were there any... I think the system was empty. I pinged it and didn't find anything, really. This one... I pinged and found a bunch of gates. I never went through any of them for some bizarre reason. Maybe because I was zoomed out too far and didn't see them. That's entirely possible. What is the Raider's speed?
Autopilot. Engaged. Jump completed. Vespin.
I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, Raider Corvette. We do not know of any known engines, so we don't have any idea. We would have to run into either the Galactic Empire or the Imperial Ascendancy and get friendly with them before we can find out. Because it's not available from Quat Drive Yard. Assuming it was fast enough, it looks cool enough that it might be worth using. It is medium size. Okay, Gazanti Cruiser. Complete with its 4 fighter docks and all that stuff. Has travel speed of 5,000 using the best known engine. And max speed of 275, so that is slower than my fighter. For sure. The Raider's got to be faster than that, though. Fender Light Corvette. Slower. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get friendly with the Empire to find out what that one's like.
Autopilot disengaged.
Which I would really like to become friendly with the Empire. I need to eventually. It's important to my plan. I need their blueprints. Problem is, I'm just not sure how to go. Well, okay, I know how to do it. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to do it.
Jump completed. Raider Jevin. Autopilot engaged.
Oops. There we go. Let's see, Raider. It was close to the top. Where's that? There we go. We don't know any speeds for it. Matter of fact, we know very little about it. Oh. 930? With the best engines available, I'm sure. Okay. That's a lot zippier than any ship we've run into so far.
Jump completed. Chrysalis.
Okay. Went right through that one. The autopilot is having a moment.
Autopilot disengaged.
Certified autopilot moment. Okay, where are we? Okay. For a second, I was wondering if we were in one of the empty systems we know of, because that is most definitely a station. But nope, I knew about that station already. Oh. I never quite understood why there are fighters in X4
Jump completed.
when
Command.
all the fighters are slower than medium ships, mostly. Medium ships are almost always faster. And that kind of made no sense. NRL. Who are they? Oh, New Republic. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't want to become friendly with the New Republic. So having a station there will do nothing for me. Just blowing up New Republic is not going to be very useful.
Jump completed. Yagtel.
Okay. Drones. All right.
Unknown object.
So we're going to go through these. Not sure how I didn't realize that this wasn't explored yet. We're just going to go through these, turn around, come back. Matter of fact, I'm going to try something here.
Jump completed. Rona.
It spun me around and went through the gate. You can't go through a gate backwards, unfortunately. I mean, you
Jump
can, but it just
completed.
faces you
Yeah,
forward
tell.
when you're done. Okay, so that is a previously unknown. Where does that link up? Interesting. Okay.
Unknown object.
That's odd.
You don't stand a chance.
I thought I knew all the gates around that area. Oh, there's a gate that I somehow missed. Okay. So either there's a direct link between those two, or there's another one out here somewhere that only links to those two. Hello, Republic Fleet. Goodbye, Republic Fleet.
Jump completed. Volus.
It looks like the New Republic is starting to encroach a little bit around there. This game has a steep learning curve, grind like Eve, or can you pick up and play pretty quickly? You can pick up and play pretty quickly,
You're done.
although it
Jump
might
completed.
take you a while.
Cancel.
Oops. Might take you a while to
Unknown object.
learn all the nuances of it and such like. Early game is very slow, yeah. Especially when you don't know how to get started quickly, you'll spend a lot of time just nosing around trying to figure out how to make money. But it's not hard, it's just long. Also, if you try to just charge your little starting fighter into combat early on, you're going to bounce pretty hard, I guess. That's definitely a thing.
Jump completed.
Even to
Vipera.
experienced players will generally avoid combat quite a bit early on. Okay, so we have a shortcut into the heart of the Republic that I didn't know about. It's on sale on Steam right now? Oh, cool. The game itself is fairly cheap, but I would definitely recommend getting the DLC. Most of them, anyway. Some of the DLC are much more required than others, in my opinion. Don't be a hero and a fighter, it will not work out. Exactly. Fighters are not designed to be heroes. Okay.
Unknown object.
We're not going to explore all the stations here because this is hostile territory after all. We're just finding new gates. Basically, this has a more realistic appreciation for ship strength than most base games do, because you are not limited to flying around in your single fighter. So a fighter can do things that a fighter could be expected to do, but if you run into a capital ship Unless that capital ship is completely defenseless for some reason, good luck. Although, if you're really good and you plan ahead and you know all the weak points of your target and all that, and you have your target in a position where it is weak, you can kill a capital ship with a fighter. It just takes forever and requires you to have exactly the right loadout.
Jump completed. You.
Also, it's boring as heck because it takes so long. But it's possible. It's just that as a new
Jump
player,
completed. Vifera.
that's not happening.
Unknown object.
You can command a fleet, or is always a single ship. You are always in personal control of a single ship. However, you can command a fleet as well. So, I'm flying around in my current ship, but if I wanted to, I could hop out to the map and grab more of my ships and order them to go do something or come help me or whatever.
You don't stand a chance.
Jump completed.
You don't have direct
Fondor.
control over those ships, like you don't have like RTS like control or anything. Oh, hello shipyard. Welcome to Fondor, I guess. Go out to the middle and drop a scan. The main gameplay of the of this game is all focused around building up your economy,
Unknown object.
building a giant empire. Whether that's a trading empire or military empire is up to you, but you're going to have some economy. One way or the other.
Jump completed. Abrigado Ray.
But at the end of the day, it's an economy simulator with a pretty cool starship simulation piled on top. Right now, I'm playing a Total Conversion Star Wars mod that is a little different than vanilla, for sure. See you guys later. Okay, do we have any known gates out around here? There's one.
Unknown object.
Okay, this looks like it's just kind of a way station system. Alright. Yeah, not many people stream this game, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if I was the only person right now. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and pop through this gate. I think I know where it's going to take us, but we'll find out when we get there. Yeah. Currently I'm just poking around in a fighter, exploring, discovering links between systems so I can later bring a fleet through here and squash them flat. It'll be quite a while before I have a fleet big enough for that, but prior planning.
Jump completed. You.
Okay, where am I at? Aha, exactly where I thought I was going to be. Okay, good. The problem with exploring enemy territory is that it's hard to find a place to sit and take stock of the Empire as a whole. At least with any kind of safety in mind. Drop a ping. That'll identify if there are any gates around here that I need to worry about.
Jump beacon. Vifera. Unknown object.
Like that one. Okay. Nice and lined up on the gate. Alright. Anyway. For example, I have a small capital ship here. Imperial cruiser. And then a bunch of mining ships of various sizes. These ones are large. Fairly chunky ones, and there's a couple medium ones, which are basically small freighters. And then I have this station, which is under construction at the moment, but
Get outta
is
here.
producing... Okay, those guys don't look very friendly. Sucks to be them, I guess.
Jump completed. Necropolis.
This is making me most of my money at the moment, which I'm currently using to build a bigger station. And so on. Okay, so this is probably the edge of the galaxy here. There's maybe one more jump past this one, but I guess we'll find out in a second when we ping it. My working theory on the AI taunts when you go flying past a high speed like that is they're hoping to hurt your feelings so you'll stop
Unknown
and
object.
try to mess them up or something. Like, what'd you say about me? That's why they keep telling you you're a bad pilot and things like that. Is there much ship design?
Jump completed. Jakku.
You don't customize the ship patterns at all, but you can equip them with whatever equipment you want. Let me get out here in the middle of nowhere. I need to stop to do a ping anyway. Okay, well maybe we won't stop and do a ping right there. That was an enemy. Hello, minefield that I just blew through. Okay, let's get all turned around here. Alright. So let's say that I am going to buy a large miner. Because I probably should, and I do have the money to do that anyway. Actually, let's double check here quick. How are things going? Yeah, we're still short on... Ore's doing somewhat okay, but silicon we're definitely short. So let's buy another large miner. So we go here to a shipyard. This is owned by an AI at the moment, although you can build your own shipyards. Buy a ship. I definitely want a large miner. And we'll take an AA9. So depending on the different who owns the shipyard, they'll offer different ships for sale. So you need to find a shipyard that sells the thing you want. In this case, I want to buy an AA9 ore miner. Once again, Star Wars mods, so this is not at all representative of the kind of ship you would find in the vanilla game. You can select loadouts. These first several, these 4 here, are pre-generated, automatic. If you choose minimum, it'll give you the minimum equipment to take this ship out of the shipyard and fly away. That's the minimum you can load and actually purchase the thing. And then low, medium, and high are just different degrees of what equipment it adds to it. So in this case, I'm going to take a custom preset I have already made, miner, which fills it out the way I want it. But you can pick what engines you want. Here, currently there's only one choice available because there's not a whole lot of equipment for this specific design. I can pick what kind of shields I want protecting my engines. because this is a large ship and components are individually damaged or can be individually damaged. So you can add specific shields that just protect the engines. For example, thrusters, which these control your turn rate, stuff like that. So make you more or less maneuverable. This is an AI controlled ship, so they can deal with the problem of it maneuvering like a pig. So who cares? We go with the cheap ones. The shield generators you want to protect the overall hull. Here you would choose forward firing weapons. This one doesn't have any forward firing weapons. You can choose what turrets you want if your ship has turrets, which this one does. In this case, there are 6 different groups of turrets. The first group here is 2 turrets. Each group is all the same type of turret, but it can be more than 1 turret in a group. So the first group is 2 quad lasers. Choose shields to defend just that group. It looks like all the groups are quad turrets except the last 2, which are mining turrets. Basically mining lasers. Choose what software you want on the ship. Things like docking computers to help automatically dock your ship easier and stuff like that. Consumables. In this case, it's just a couple of mining drones and some cargo drones. Because it is a mining ship, so it needs the mining drones to pick up the ore and bring it back. You could buy various deployables like satellites and stuff. Mines. I've never successfully used mines. I don't know how well they work. Missile countermeasures. Hire crew, which is basically split between service crew, who do things like repair the ship when it's damaged, stuff like that, or Marines, who are used for boarding operations. This is never going to board anybody, so no Marines, full service crew. Pretty simple. Just choose what gear you want to fill the slots out, and boom, you're done. This down here shows some important statistics about the ship. How fast it is, acceleration, maneuverability, how much health and shields you have, how the information about how the shields recharge. This doesn't display everything there is to see about the ship, statistics-wise, but it has a lot of the most important stuff. Just add it to our list. I think I only want 1 for now. I could set that to buy more than 1 if I wanted to, but we'll just buy 1. And then if you can't decide what you want to buy, if you go over here to Encyclopedia, and then over here, you can choose Ship Comparison. And this will allow you to add whatever ships you want in the game. In this case, let's compare a TIE Fighter with a high preset loadout. In other words, automatically select the best equipment possible that you know of. And we'll compare that to a... Oh, how about TIE Interceptor? Or no, let's do an X-Wing. Do I... I probably don't have any known equipment for an X-Wing. Oh. Okay, I do know some equipment for an X-Wing. Okay. So we'll do an X-Wing with a high preset. It looks like the X-Wing is way tougher. Quite a bit tougher. Has better radar range. But is actually pretty significantly less maneuverable. Not like hugely, but some. Oh, and the X-Wing has missiles, whereas the basic TIE doesn't. So how about we change this TIE to a TIE Interceptor? That might be a little fair. Let's see, TIE Interceptor. I have one around here somewhere. TIE Interceptor. Anyway. High preset. Confirm. Oh, okay. It still kicks its ass pretty hard in basic stats. But anyway. So here you can basically play window shopping with any ship you know of in the entire game. Let's add a basic TIE Fighter with a high preset and see how that compares up to the TIE Interceptor. Okay, so the TIE Interceptor is actually substantially better than the basic TIE. But anyway. You are correct that this Rubaro is from Scum. Yes, indeed. That specific wheelbarrow picture isn't necessarily from Scum. It's just one I got from somewhere. But the wheelbarrow meme is from my Scum character, which hopefully will be revisited soon. Because a new Scum version is due out soon, and Wasted is looking pretty interesting. So if he restarts the server, this might suddenly become a Scum channel again. Gotta spam it somewhere. Anyway, instead of sitting out here in unclaimed space, we could do some exploring. Let's see, where am I? Up here. No. Oh, there's a gate.
Unknown object.
Well, it's probably a gate. If it's an unknown station, then we would know. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a gate. I can see it. Yeah. Anyway. In vanilla, vanilla's a lot simpler when it comes to gear. Anybody's engines will fit on any ship. This is a little more specialized. You can only put certain engines on certain ships and such like, because of the nature of the mod. Vanilla is a lot more. Different races tend to specialize in different aspects of their stuff. So like a Terran engines are slow in just normal flying around, but they are very efficient when it comes to using thrusters. So like a lot of races,
Completed. Rakata Prime.
you can, if you just have, first of all,
Die!
thrusters use your shields for fuel, which I personally really like, because it makes it very tactical whether you want to thrust or not. If you overuse your thruster, you're going to be out of shields and be very prone to going boom, shall we say. There's an Imperial.
You're gonna die!
No, I won't. I'm safe. Okay, so we found an Imperial thing. Go ahead and pop a long-range scan. Anyway, the thrusters use your shields. But it's not that they use a certain amount of shields. They use a certain percentage of your shields per second you thrust.
Unknown object.
So it doesn't matter what kind of shield you have. It all comes down to what kind of engine you have as to how long you can thrust. Master of comedy. What did you do, Colo?
Well, just checked.
So I think Terran engines can thrust for about 10 seconds from full shields. Something like that. Whereas a lot of the other races are like half that or less.
Jump completed. Gita.
Although Terran thruster impulse is a little lower than some others too. Whereas split engines are more focused on just raw speed. Do you have to be concerned about fuel? Nope. There is no fuel to worry about outside of the thrusters using up your shields. But since shields regenerate, that's not really a problem. Okay, I don't see any other gates here.
Jump completed. Proceed.
Well, I guess we came out here to explore Imperial space. I need to fix that wheelbarrow emote too. I like it, but it needs to be able to stand out better on dark mode. I can't quite figure out how I want to fix that though. Because it's the right color and everything for the Scum wheelbarrow. I just need to, I don't know, give it some color fringe or something maybe. I need to be careful with that because I don't want it to be gaudy either. I just want it to stand out against the background.
Unknown object.
Okay.
It's spaced.
One of these days when I am feeling bored, I'll fire up GIMP and see if I can fix it. I think I still have the source files for making the original icon somewhere.
Jump completed.
Yeah, you
Circle.
mentioned you broke your laptop yesterday.
Get spaced.
So who did you inflict my poor wheelbarrow upon? Okay. Stations, object.
Unknown
I'm really not
object.
finding any side gates going anywhere. Kind of unexpected, actually. I have no idea what they want.
Jump
Well, I would
completed.
assume they would
Hero.
mean get ejected out of an airlock and into space. But I'm not sure what they expect that to gain for them. Because that clearly isn't going to happen. Okay. There's a gate. And there's another different gate. 7 Thunder Dead 12 was the victim.
Unknown object.
Okay. Through we go. We need to come back and explore that.
Jump completed. Harness us.
Okay, once we get close to... You have a mod there? Oh. This blue background is mildly bright. Okay. There's a gate. There's a gate.
Unknown object.
Alright. So let's go through these gates. Just far enough to mark them and then turn around and come back. You're not the only one who thinks that's too bright. That's why I'm keeping the map open. It's like, makes me want to grab my sunglasses and put them on. But I don't think it would be, I don't think it'd work.
Jump
Okay, so we're not
completed.
exploring this system.
Celesta.
We're just marking it on the map, and then we're turning around and going back. And we're going to do the same with this system.
Unknown object. Jump completed. Warnasus.
If I can see well enough against this hideous background to line it up on the gate. There we go. And then we were going to turn around and we're going to go back down here. And we're going to check out this gate, which I should have checked out before I even left. But oh well. There we go. Nice and lined up. Yeah. Apparently, the next version of Scum, which is
Eat space.
due out imminently, is going to have a nuclear reactor point of interest. It's supposedly going to have modular building. Finally. Did we just fly through that gate? We did just fly through that gate. Bonk. Okay.
Jump completed. Ascendia.
Actually, why am I... Because we just want to turn right around and go right back through it, so... There we go.
Jump completed.
Had a ship under attack and called for
Warnasus.
backup, and like 3 L-class ships and 20 M-class ship came to help it. It was all-out war. Terran Defense Force versus Ministry of Finance.
Have you act?
Jump beacon. Elam.
Hadn't really had much to do with the Ministry of Finance. I just kind of fly past their stuff and wave as I go by past, and that's about it. Anyway, there's going to be modular building, the nuclear POI. Previously, building in Scum was just a matter of dropping down pre-designed cabins and then decorating their interiors to your liking. Which, you could do some pretty cool stuff with the system, but it was still... The outer building shells were a certain way, and that was it.
Eat an asteroid.
And supposedly modular vehicles are going to be a thing too. So there will be some vehicles that can have various parts changed out. And I think there's some farming being added as well. Like farming plants. I think all of that's supposed to be in the next update. That's quite a lot of stuff,
Jump
really.
completed. Elam. Unknown object.
Okay, there's our target. Shells are flying everywhere and ships are going kaboom. Well, that many ships aren't all fighting together. Much less whatever the enemy brought. Sounds like a pretty impressive battle. Alright. There's a guild station. I should probably drop a thing there. Oh well. We'll deal with that later.
Jump completed. The Riyadh.
Okay. We'll scan this and we'll continue with our exploring from here. But anyway, I am quite looking forward to the potential for a new Armco Scum server. I didn't realize just quite how much I missed bonking zombie heads from long range with a bow until the potential for a new one to start up reared its ugly head. Or beautiful head, depending how you look at it. Okay, there's a gate. There's another gate. Okay, we'll go to that gate
Unknown
first.
object.
Yeah, anyway. Enemy half complete XL and 4 L ships. More ships on the way, and it was in your system. Because I guess they don't like you scanning their ships for illegal wares. You got attacked for scanning a ship? I didn't realize that was a thing the AI would do. It is kind of cool how you can decide what is and what is not illegal wares in your own systems. Oh, we're gonna end up in here.
Jump completed. Astandia.
Okay, well we're not gonna explore that place right now. Actually, probably didn't even need to make. We probably didn't even need to make the jump to have discovered that. Actually, we did because I didn't know where that end was. Where was the other gate? There.
Unknown object.
If the ship doesn't want to give up the ware, yes. Okay. So did you declare energy cells to be illegal? To say goodnight in advance because you feel sleepy but now you had something to say. Maybe not enough energy to say goodnight. Oh, goodnight, Carlo. Space weed and ATF parts. I always wondered what would happen if you captured a ship that was along a major trade lane and you declared like all the major trade stuffs illegal and then just had a whole swarm of police craft basically. I assume you can order your ships. I've never tried it, but I assume you can order ships to scan AI. It would probably be pure chaos. Okay.
Unknown
There's a
object.
gate. Think that might be the only gate in this system. Sure looks like it. Let's get lined up on it. And yeah, okay, here we go. Zoom.
Jump completed.
Okay.
Ensign.
Plasma.
They appear to not appreciate us. How tragic. Yes, you can. It's fun. I've seen the eye have to spot and yield to the scan.
Your space debris.
I can imagine setting yourself up as a, oops, wrong
Hello.
button.
TIE Defender.
Get out of my seat. Okay, there we go. I want the one on the other side. There we go. Much better. Okay. I can imagine being one of those scummy little towns that exists purely so that they can have a,
Unknown object.
uh-oh, we're dead.
Looks like you won't be going home.
This is why you don't sit in one place like that in an enemy space. Okay, we actually escaped. That was very close. That was very close indeed. Okay, did I drop a scan? Yes, I did, and only found that one. Okay.
Eat space.
How about no? Yep, nothing else in here. Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay, that's expected.
Jump completed. Lee Anselm.
Okay. Fly back out to the middle. This time we will not accidentally stop, but we will do a sensor ping. We have a gate right in front of us,
Unknown
and
object.
it appears like it is the only gate in the system. So let's re-engage the engines, and off we go. Imperial space is kind of stringy. The Argon AI sent a large class and a support ship to patrol your system.
Jump completed.
Okay.
Burin.
Got to make sure the Nova Empire doesn't get up to no good. Send a few advisors. Okay, this is the gate out of here.
Unknown object.
We're just going to go through and turn right around, though, because there's another gate over here that I want to go check out. There's some Star
Unknown
Destroyers.
ship.
An Imperial one, it looks like.
You're done.
Jump completed. Bilbringi.
And we're just going to turn around and go right back, because this is New Republic, and who cares about New Republic? At least I don't care about it until it's closer to time to conquer it.
Jump completed. Burin.
Okay.
Unknown object.
Thought like we're building a system destroyer or something. Oh. You never know. You look at the kind of person who'd be building Asgards. Maybe have a Death Star parked somewhere. That's the real reason why you have that why you have an Asgard shipyard running. So you can have an excuse to build super lasers for the Death Star.
Imperial Star Destroyer 1.
Yeah, another ISD one. Come on, autosave.
Jump completed. Vortex.
Okay. This is also an Imperial system. I'm definitely going to need to find Oh, ideally, a New Republic fleet attacking an Imperial station would be a good start. Okay, station,
Unknown
gate.
object.
Looks like this might be the only other gate in the system. Yeah. Looks like this is indeed the only other gate in the system.
Defense platform.
And through we go. Yeah, 4 Asgard.
completed.
Wait, I mean
Board
transports. Can you imagine if there was a transport in the game that was as large as an Asgard? But anyway, it's clearly not a transport. It's a mining ship. I mean, just look at the mining laser it has. Okay. There's got to be another gate in here. There's one.
Unknown object.
Go through here. Alas, I fear that there's just not going to be anything of Asgard scale in this mod. Outside of Imperial ones and such like.
Jump completed. Door.
Okay. I'm really surprised there wasn't another jump gate out of Ord Mantell. Like one going toward the Republic. Anyway. Let's get ready to drop a scan. Ding.
Unknown object.
Okay. Only one way out of here? Sure looks like it. Oh, poor vanilla. No battleships at all. Yeah, if you think about it, depending on what DLC you have, you might even only have one battleship available. Because I don't think the Earl King was vanilla. And the Asgard definitely wasn't vanilla. Because the Asgard would have come in with the Terran DLC. And I think the Earl King came in with the... was it the Avarice DLC?
Completed. Dathomir.
Oh, hello, Dathomir. Wait. I thought I explored all of... Oh, okay, no, there's the gate out of Dathomir right there. Okay. Not sure how I missed that one. But I guess we're here now, so... Now quick everybody, if you look out the side window, you might be able to see a Rancor. Rancor? Rancor, I think it is. TIE fighters don't have side windows. Okay. So there's 2 other gates here. Yeah, 2 other gates here.
Unknown object.
We'll take this one first because I'm pretty sure I know where it goes. And so we'll just pop through and then turn around and come back once we confirm it actually goes to where I think it goes. Yeah, see? Right over there. It's a big green mean thing. They don't have side windows. They also don't have passengers. Well, the normal captain for this thing is sitting somewhere. That probably explains why he doesn't get out of the seat whenever I get into it. Like, he's probably still just sitting there and I'm sitting on his lap or something weird like that.
Jump completed. Selenon.
The logistics of having, because this also has a service crew member on board. I'm not sure what we do. Like, I'm kind of curious. I wonder what we do with them when they're not
Jump
new, when they're not
completed.
actually working.
Dathomir.
Do we strap them onto one of the
Unknown object.
solar panels? I mean, I don't think so, because I can't see them. Maybe that's what these boxes on the side are for. This one is for the service crew guy, and this is for the captain when they're not working. Because see, there's only 2, and there's 2 crew members. Closest to a battleship without DLC is the Argon XL carrier. Yeah, I was about to say the, well, what about the Split Raptor? But then I realized no, because the Split Raptor is DLC. And you can't really consider the Raptor to be a battleship either. It's
Jump completed. Agamar.
it's all medium turrets, no larges. Or well, actually, it does have a pretty considerable number of larges. Just the ship is so huge and they're so spread out around it that it doesn't feel like there's very many. Technically,
You won't last long.
it has more guns than a has more guns than a Sin for sure. In all categories.
Unknown object.
I'm pretty sure it has 8 guns. 8 large guns. It's just that trying to get any number of those guns on target at once is kind of not workable, even if they're really long range ones. Anyway, it's definitely no Asgard when it comes to firepower. And I've never used the Argon XL carrier, so can't comment on that one. Oh. The Argon XL carrier has 6 to 8
Jump
large turrets and
completed.
50 mediums.
Ajan Kloss.
As far as pure numbers go, that's not too bad. But numbers aren't everything. As the Raptor is a good example of. After all, it has 8 large turrets and I think it's 8. There's a pair toward the front on each facet, and then there's a pair farther back in each facet, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong though, and I might be imagining an extra pair. No, there's a pair on each facet. That would be 8.
Unknown object.
Okay, we'll pop through this gate and then immediately come back and then go get that one. But anyway. I don't remember how many large guns the Argon, not Argon, the Asgard has. But it's got quite a few. And honestly, it could have 0 and still be incredibly powerful. Come on, autosave.
Jump completed. Scipio.
Alright, back the way we came. And then we're going to go to here.
Unknown object. Jump completed. Ajan Kloss.
SIE. That would be Sinar Systems, I think. Or something like that. Yeah, Sinar Fleet Systems. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that correct. Okay, they're another possible source for capital ships of various kinds. Asgard has 16L and 8M. Okay, that's pretty weak on the M turrets. You would definitely need anti-fighter escorts if you went plasmas and flax. Which I think
completed.
plasmas and flax
Magneto.
is what I went on my first one. Yeah, and then I took the oh, what was the name of that ship again? I don't remember what I named that ship. Oh yeah, I think it was it the Carbon Broadhead? I think I named it. My first Raptor. That pretty much went everywhere with it, so we didn't really have to worry about fighters.
Unknown object.
Although, I do remember quite a few emergency moments where I had to tuck the Carbon Broadhead in right tight up against the Asgard to protect it. Yeah, the Sin has a criminal number of medium turrets. Unless your large turrets are pretty decently dual purpose, you are a sitting duck to any large number of fighters. The Asaka is much more balanced.
You're finished.
A little light on large firepower, but it's still more balanced than the Sin is by far.
Jump completed. Scipio.
Okay, we'll be back here later. Okay.
Jump completed. Magneto.
I do want to find someplace safe to park and talk to the Sinar rep. Okay, they don't have anything in XL except the Harbor class. Imperial Light Cruiser, Quasar Fire, and that's like it. The only combat ship Sinar has is the Imperial Light Cruiser. I wonder if they have any. They must have a much better selection for small ships, though. I think Sinar is the company that made the TIE in Universes, aren't they? So we're gonna have to go back here and explore that system to see if we can find their morph.
Jump completed. Board Trezzy.
Okay. I'm not interested in exploring this right now. I need to go find out what they have available at the Sinar Wharf. So we're gonna turn around and go back. If you're large and not lasers or pulse cannon, then fighters will eat you up. Last run I used pulses in all mine.
Jump
I was pretty happy with
completed.
that.
Magneto.
As happy as I could be anyway.
Jump beacon. Scipio.
I would have much rather had plasmas and just did something else to deal with fighters, but... alas. My choices of what kind of weaponry to go with on that run were not going to allow that. The longest range M turrets are the Earl Kings at 9.3. Oh, I'm sure. That ship does not attempt to be balanced as far from what I can find out. That's probably why they only give you one. Okay, so
Jump completed. Scipio.
Steinar, where are you keeping your wharf? I would like to dock there for a little bit, and I would like to browse your wares. That was a mistake. I was thinking about stopping, but not right there. Okay, where's the wharf?
Unknown station.
There's a couple candidates. Chunky bit of lag. Yikes. What the heck is... Turn flight assist back on, you scummy piece of crap. There we go. Okay. Let me control the game, honestly. Okay. This doesn't look like anything special. That doesn't look like anything special. That is the shipyard right there. I guess we'll just kind of fly past everything, mark them out. Okay, here's the shipyard.
Fight like an Argnu.
Just out past the shipyard is some Imperial thing that we don't care about. Up there probably isn't the wharf, but we'll go check it out anyway, just in case. Oh wait, this is the wharf. Okay.
Imperial Wharf. Docking granted.
Bonk.
Lost.
Okay, so I had intended to stop slightly before this, but I'm just going to blame it on the game being slightly laggy, and we'll leave it at that. You can all pretend to believe me. Please, unstick. Thank you.
Asteroid.
Okay. Remember how...
Docking aborted. Docking granted.
Remember how I was saying, oh yeah, this is a familiar looking space when I was flying around in squadrons? Well, here we go. This is a familiar looking space because we flew through this exact area in squadrons. At that station from hell. The one where I tried to not instantly blow up in a TIE Interceptor. Yeah, 9.3K is pretty long for any kind of gun. Okay. Now that we're docked, we can look at what they have available for in peace. Oh, Imperial Customs Corvette. This looks kind of cool. Gazanti class cruiser. Remember these things from Squadrons? Complete with the little dealies there to hold on to TIE fighters. Oh, this is interesting. It has no S-ship class capacity, but it has 4 S-class docks. So I bet you if you dock up TIE fighters with this thing, they will indeed suck up against those holders. That's cool. That's actually really cool. Okay. Action 4. That's nothing special. Lambda class shuttle. Yawn. That's all they have for mediums. Okay. TIE Advanced. Heck yeah. TIE Bomber, TIE Fighter, TIE Vanguard. Okay. Not sure what's special about that one. TIE Interceptors. TIE Phantoms. Okay, these look kind of cool. Six guns, huh? Wonder what their speed and such like is like. TIE Shuttle. Okay, so these guys have a slightly better, very slightly better. There's no TIE Defenders or anything like that, but oh well, you can't have everything.
Requesting immediate backup.
And it has side windows? So it does. Has more than one seat, too. I don't think I've seen a fighter yet. At least not vanilla. That had more than one seat. Okay, that's cool. If this thing is fast, then it might be worth trying to get the blueprints for. Because that's a lot of pew-pew lasers. The TIE Phantom had like a cloaking device or something like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, so we can get TIE Advanced and TIE Phantoms and TIE Fighter Vanguards. Which, other than being a TIE Fighter with a cute stripy paint job, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Probably should look at the ship comparator and figure that out. Okay. Size S. TIE Fighter Vanguard. High preset loadout. Confirm. Okay, it is significantly better shields. Significantly better travel speed. And it's got a better radar range. Okay. And then let's add in... Okay, let's add a TIE Defender. Boom. The high preset loadout. Let's get rid of these two. Let's just pretend this is what I have. I don't actually know what my exact loadout is, nor do I feel like trying to replicate it. And let's grab a TIE Phantom Scout with a high preset. Okay. This is significantly weaker in most of the ways that matter. Has longer radar range, that's cool. Significantly less weapon output, even though it has more guns. So it has more weaker guns, basically. But it is actually quite a bit faster. A bit more acceleration. Travel speed is higher. It's just like half the damage. And half the shields at the same time. Has more crew. Half the missiles. Can I configure it a little differently? Okay. Wait a second. Oh, okay. MS2B, LS1, MS2B. Not sure what the difference is between the different ones. Yeah. And for this, we have a choice of 2 different kinds of launchers. Alright. It's much more restrictive than weapon selection in vanilla, that's for sure. Shields, thrusters, combat Mark IIIs. Give us a little more maneuverability in most of the ways that matter. We only have one choice of engine. There might be other engines that fit this. It's just that these are the only ones we know about. Okay. I would like to have one of these. Unfortunately, I'm reasonably certain I can't buy one. They were locked, weren't they? Yeah, they were. Corporate military ship access would get us access to all of these. Okay. I'm going to go talk to the faction rep. Actually, wait. Damn it, the faction rep is aboard the shipyard. Okay.
TIE Defender.
Get out of my seat. We're going to go talk to their faction rep and see if we can figure out anything about blueprints. Because I'm actually interested in the blueprints. And I'm not actually sure if these minor factions will sell blueprints. I know they will sell licenses, but I don't think I ever did check to see if they will sell blueprints. Or, you know, licenses to buy the ships from them. So, let's hop over here.
Shipyard.
This ring here. Does anybody else recognize this? Flying around this thing desperately, trying not to get shot by those blasted X-Wings.
Requesting immediate backup.
Because if they didn't lift this model directly from, what do you call it, which I don't think they did. No, it doesn't quite. Well, maybe. It was definitely very much inspired by. No, it definitely had to have been modified at the bare minimum.
Docking granted.
But this is that station from Squadrons. Or very heavily inspired by it. It was definitely received either significant modification or it was made based on that station, one or the other. Because it does have like X4 style docking bays and stuff on it. We already checked out their loadout, didn't we? They didn't have anything cool except the Imperial Light Frigate, which requires military ship access. Okay, let's go talk to the faction rep. Okay, representative's office. Imperial bureaucrat. Will you be able to sell me blueprints later, just in case I can't
Greetings.
get the Empire to be happy with me? Requires corporation military ship access. Awarded ceremony, relation -10. Okay. So we need to buy the blueprint.
Goodbye. Greetings.
How much is that license going to cost me? 3 million. Okay. Let's just
Goodbye.
take a look at those ship blueprints again, and so I can figure out how much they're going to cost me if I do
Greetings.
decide to go that method. This isn't going to get us an Imperial Star Destroyer blueprint, of course. Okay, most of these blueprints are pretty reasonable once we get past the cost to get in. And we can just pick up blueprints for the TIE Fighter and Bomber and other basic stuff. It's just the cool stuff we won't be able to get. But we could have basic TIE Fighters buzzing around. Eventually, if we have to.
Goodbye.
I still need to suck up to the Empire eventually, though, so I can get in Star Destroyers. We can buy Star Destroyer blueprints for some of them. Like, not Imperial 1s, or not Imperial 2s, but Imperial 1s. From Kuat. But that also requires a very expensive license.
TIE Defender.
Out of my seat, please. Okay, so that was a good find. Let's go fly out in between these two and drop a satellite. Definitely the scaling on this is a little different than in Squadrons. And I don't think it's quite the same. But it's very inspired by it at a minimum. And of course it has connections for all the standard X-Force station parts and stuff attached to the outside of it. Damn it. I'm out of satellites and I forgot to buy more at some point. We'll stop by up here and buy a couple satellites.
Immediate backup. Illegal data on drone detected.
Docking granted. Docking granted.
Okay. Kind of like this docking bay, it's cool. Pick up satellites. We'll take a set of 4 advanced satellites. Actually, no, we'll buy 5 because we're about to drop one, so. For a mortar. Okay, let's see. Got roughly midway between these two. We drop a satellite. And where we go from here? Kind of surprised there's a gate in here.
Jump beacon.
Well.
Magito.
We leave from this gate. I think we're facing the side of this gate. Let's see if we can get better angle on it.
You fight like an Ardnu.
Nice. And from here we just go north until we run out of gates, I think, mostly.
Jump completed. Magito.
There's a Victory 2. They're the small ones. Remember correctly.
Go away.
Okay.
Jump beacon. Board Trezzy.
Through this gate, and then we're to an unexplored system. How much money do I currently have? 15 million. Oh, okay, yeah, duh. It's like, why in the world don't I have more money? Because probably most of the money I have made is piled up at our station more than anything. Well, hello there. What are you? Oh, one of those things.
Jump completed. Board Trezzy.
Okay. So we fly out to the middle of the system and we drop a sensor ping. There's a gate right in front of us.
Unknown object.
Okay. We'll pop through this gate, see where it leads, but there's the other, another gate that we really would like to explore, so we'll be back for that. Yeah. We're just gonna pop through this one, turn right around, and come back. Dantooine. And an autosave.
Jump completed. Dantooine.
Okay. And then from here, we're going to go to through this gate.
Unknown object. Jump completed. Board Trezzy.
You know, it never really made sense to me. In any X game in general, how you had to explore to discover anything. Couldn't you just stop at somebody's station and say, hey, I'll give you a few hundred credits if you can tell me where all the systems are? I mean, obviously that would make for bad gameplay. Or at least boring gameplay.
Jump completed.
Because exploring does give you something useful and important to do while poking around, waiting for stuff to happen, money to be made, and so on. But it really isn't very logical. Okay. Good old money list. That's not how it's pronounced, but
Unknown object.
looks like we have gates both, or a bunch of gates here actually. Okay. We're going through the south gate first. Right like that. If I remember correctly, this system is a bit of a banking center.
You're gonna die. No.
Right past that Star Destroyer. Okay, where are we?
Jump completed. Yaga Minor.
Yep, right where I thought we were going to be. This is a place we know of but have not visited. That links to Ord Mantell. In any case, we're not exploring it right now. After all, we aren't really exploring these systems, we're just identifying them.
Imperial Star Destroyer 2.
There's a name, too.
Might as well just.
Jump completed. Mionalist.
Okay, so there's a gate,
Unknown object.
and there's another gate there. We'll go through this one first. Yeah. Sure we're all lined up with the gate. Let's see. There's a huge unexplored area out here. It either contains a whole load of systems or contains very few.
Jump completed. Kelly.
Okay, so we're not exploring this yet. We are turning around and going back. And we're going to find out where that one goes.
Jump completed. Mionalist.
Alright, that worked out better than I thought it was going to.
Jump completed. Kelly.
Damn it. I swear I selected the other gate. This is the gate we just came through. I wonder if it felt like I had to adjust more than I thought I was going to have to. Okay, let's make absolutely sure we have selected the other station first.
Unknown object.
Okay.
Jump completed.
We have
Mionalist.
definitely selected the other gate. Okay, from this angle we can make a good shot at it. Nice. We'll probably get an autosave going through this one.
Jump completed. Baskin.
Well, it's surprising, actually. Okay. Let's go scan this place now.
You won't last long.
We're definitely going to scan and run here. Station, gate.
Unknown object.
Station, another gate. Okay, we're going through this gate and then we're immediately turning around and coming back. Because there's another gate in here and I want to go through the second one.
Jump completed. Bastion.
Bastion. That sounds familiar.
Jump completed. Baskin. Unknown object.
Wonder if that was a place that was significant to the Imperials. Specifically the Imperial Remnant. In the later stages of said Remnant. It sounds familiar. In an expanded universe kind of way. Oh well, let's find out where this other gate goes. Oh.
Jump completed. Lamu.
Okay. Let's get a ping on this one. Eventually. Let's see if anything interesting is discovered. There's probably a gate right down here. Yep,
Unknown
right there.
object.
It almost certainly leads to Dantooine. I don't see anything up there, so there's probably nothing. And therefore was turn around and go down through the gate we just discovered. This will end up in Dantooine. So we probably should ping that place and see what all's there. There's a solid chance that there are no other gates there. In which case we would want to go down through Ord-Tracy here and over to Monolist. Monolist or whatever. Not sure how it's pronounced. The only clue I have for its pronunciation, other than its spelling, is that a character in a book
Jump completed. Dantooine.
referred to it as Money List in a pun of sorts. I think that was the Clone Commando series, which is, by the way, an excellent series of books that I highly recommend to anybody. The ending is a bit meh, though.
Jump beacon. Ord-Tracy.
It's like they ran out of steam or something. The first several books are amazing. The last couple are okay, but not as good as the first 2 or 3, I think it is. The problem is when you have a series that's amazing, anything less than amazing, while still good, is just not as good. And it looks worse than it really is in comparison to what had come before.
Jump completed. Ord-Tracy.
Okay, so we want to go through
Jump
here.
beacon. Neonalist.
I am not going to trust the text-to-speech's pronunciation of that. Okay, and then we will go through to Kaylee, whatever. And explore that. Okay, and jump.
Jump beacon. Jump completed. Mjolnirlist.
Get lined up as best we can from this distance. And through we go. Imperial Wharf. Okay. We have this. We discovered Sayonara. We discovered a bounty hunter guild station there. I think we already knew of a bounty hunter guild. Yeah, right here, another bounty hunter guild station. So that doesn't really gain us anything. It's just another wharf of a faction we already knew about a wharf for. I don't think they had anything interesting in the way of ships anyway. Oh.
Jump completed. Kali.
Okay. Go out to the middle. Drop a scan. All the traditional behaviors. We've made very little money since the last time I checked. But that does not tell the whole story by any means. Hello, Nova. Welcome back.
Unknown object.
No stations? There's got to be a station here, because this isn't... Actually, okay, it is neutral. Alright. The Empire being white is too close to the neutral gray. I thought it was Imperial at first. Yeah, we may be making very little money at the moment, according to that credit display. However, I'm sure we have quite a few millions piled up aboard the Oops by this point. Because that is now our main point of money making.
You don't stand a chance. Jump completed. Hook.
Okay, another neutral system. Once again, fly out to the middle. What is the plan? Help the Empire or Rebel scum? The plan is to make myself the new Emperor. But
Eat space.
the Emperor would of course need to have the best available Imperial ships. So I might have to kiss Imperial Remnant butt until they give us what we need. But the important part is not necessarily... Okay, we've got some Black Sun stuff out here. But it doesn't look like there's any return, so this is probably a dead end.
Kali.
But anyway, eventually we shall hold Coruscant, and we shall have a fleet that will make sure that whatever remnants are left of the New Republic by that point won't bother us. But I definitely want to have Imperial 2 Star Destroyers. And TIE Defenders and TIE Interceptors. As well as whatever I end up deciding on for other parts of the fleet. I'd like to get more of those 546 cruisers. Like the one I have already. Because they look pretty powerful.
Imperial Star Destroyer 1.
Speaking of which, there's an Imp 1. A stolen Imp 1. Owned by the Black Sun. Interesting. Why are the Black Sun...
Jump beacon. Imperial Star Destroyer 1.
There's another one. Stolen Imp 1. Okay. I might have to stop by
Jump
and
completed. Kali.
recover those stolen Imp 1s. Once I have the capability of doing so. Currently I don't have anything with Marines on board. So that'd probably be a little tricky.
Jump beacon. Neonalinst.
But we definitely want Imp 2s though. Imp 1s are for people who can't afford Imp 2s. Okay, it's probably high time to be headed home. Let's go ahead and
Autopilot.
plot the trip.
Engaged.
And how much money has the Oops been making since I've been gone? It's been getting pretty far on construction, that's for sure. 19 million. Okay, so we are scarily
Jump
close.
completed. Neonalinst.
Also, we're doing really good on gases and ores. Although that's mostly because we ran out of energy already. Oops. Yeah. That is a problem. How much money do we currently have? Okay, after draining the station accounts, we have 35 million credits. So it's going to be at least a little longer before we can get the blueprint we need for the next stage of the station construction. We're not going to be able to get it yet tonight, which is a bummer, but oh well. But anyway. The main thing is, I don't really want to just be able to buy Imperial ships. I mean, what kind of emperor would I be if I couldn't produce my own? So we need to get the blueprints. And yes, I know.
Eat space.
The Emperor bought all of his stuff from Kuat and Sienar,
Jump
but
completed. Yaga Minor.
I want to be a little better than him and have my own assured supply. But if I could get together enough of a force, which isn't actually that much force outside of a ship to carry enough Marines, which might be a problem and would certainly be expensive, going to jump a Black Sun Star Destroyer, assuming I could find somebody willing to outfit it for me, which might be hard considering Kuat is in the heart of the New Republic. And I don't know of anybody else who has a shipyard that would carry the right components.
You're finished.
Jump completed. Board mental.
Okay, who pissed off an ANO patrol? Oh, it's an Ascendancy gas miner who flew past.
Requesting immediate backup.
Actually, I don't see the Nebulon B around.
You don't stand a chance.
Okay, one of these days I'm going to just go crush all those idiots. Okay, here he is. I can't call him and stop. Like, oh, sorry. Actually, this is probably a different ship. Would you people please stop pissing off things? Who will be my apprentice? I don't know.
Jump completed. Vortex.
Okay, where is this problem happening? And more importantly, why is this problem happening? There's a pissed off Ascendancy mineral miner. That's not surprising though. Why is there a gas miner hanging around my station? Okay, these are all still blue. Okay, that's an ANO patrol. Why is he red? There's another one. Why is he red? There's nothing happening around here. Except that A9 gas miner flying past, but if you guys go start tangling with my gas miner.
I've got you now.
Okay, but why?
Jump completed. Thorin.
Fine, we're disarming your turrets. They're gonna blow the heck out of him though. Why are you doing this to my poor innocent gas miner? You scumbags.
Something hit us.
We'll run. We need to go apologize to these idiots. They go leave us alone, but we're nowhere close is the problem. And they're gonna blow up my gas miner, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well,
Suck.
Jump completed. Bilbringi.
gum. I'm pretty sure what happened. Okay, we've got a bunch of random ANO ships that are pissed. Okay, let's first of all, let's just
Hull ejecting.
what the hell happened there?
Emergency eject successful.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, let's load the game. And hopefully... Ah! No, it is not time for war. I have one, count them, one capital ship. And it's not even a very large capital ship. Although it is very powerful for its size, it's still not very powerful. Oh. Okay, so what happened there is while flying under autopilot, we entered a system that we didn't know because the autopilot is smarter than... Referring back to when I said that why don't we just stop at a station and buy a map? The autopilot has that map. However, it pretends that it doesn't. Sort of. It'll happily plot you a path through space you don't know about, but it then refuses to actually fly that path. It'll fly you part way until you reach a point where you, quote, don't know the route anymore. And then it'll just stop and wait and go, oh, I don't know what to do. So we need to pay attention so that we can be ready to take over at that point. I wish there was a way to tell the autopilot to avoid systems I hadn't explored. Oh, so it wouldn't do that. It would give you a longer route, but... Now, sometimes if you don't know the way to a place, like if it's one of the systems that starts pre-explored, or, pre-marked on your map, you can just order the autopilot to take you there, and it will gently nudge you in the right direction to get to where you're going. But anyway, once the game loads, hopefully this will be before things started going down back in Hoth. And so we won't have to deal with the repercussions of that either. I suspect what happened is an Imperial Ascendancy ship probably flew too close to one of mine. They shot at each other. And then that got the system authorities pissed. And so on. What I really should do is order all the turrets on all my ships disarmed. Unfortunately, that is a little bit annoying. Ideally, I will someday have enough guns that I can just go blow up all the Imperial Ascendancy ships and just call it a day. If I am available in the system, I can call up a ship and say, hey, sorry, and they will then forget all about it. Because I am very good friends with ANO. I'm just not good friends with the Ascendancy, who are also good friends with ANO. And they tend to get pissy if I shoot Ascendancy.
Jump completed. Vortex.
Okay. So how close are we to the drop dead if you're still on autopilot point? A couple jumps. How close are we to the everything goes to shit in Hoth point? Okay, let's disarm his turrets before things go truly to shit and see what happens. How do you get the transporter in this mod? You start with the basic level of it, but that's just mostly so you can get out of one ship and into another without having to fly around in your suit. For the one that multiple systems, I don't know yet, but I have suspicions.
I've got you now.
Jump completed. Burin.
Run! There's idiots after you. Okay, this is gonna be a problem too. The Pretender. Your turrets are currently armed. Okay.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
While the Pretender and that gas miner are not going to be friends. I got you now, goes to next system. Pretty much. It's almost as bad as the pirates that will demand you drop your cargo when you're sailing past them on the highway ring. It's like, how did you even scan me?
I've got you now.
Jump completed.
No,
Vilbringi.
no, you don't have me now. Okay, that gas miner is going to blow up. Alright, where am I at even? Here. Let's drop a scanner ping. The gate is almost certainly directly in front of me. But just in case.
Unknown object.
Yep. Also, I'd like to know if there are other gates in this system. Doesn't look like it.
Jump completed. Vakar.
Okay. And once again, they're going to lead me through a system that I only kind of sort of know. Let's see, how did we get out here? Oh, we went way out around this way. Through Imperial space. I see.
Autopilot engaged.
Okay. We have safely docked. And there's a lot of very pissed off ANO patrols around here that we're going to have to apologize to as soon as we get back.
You call yourself a pilot?
But currently, this gas miner seems to be trying to kill himself on
Jump
this completely
completed.
stationary pretender.
Colony.
Like, why is he doing that? A gas miner is no threat to the pretender. The pretender is stationary. It is not chasing him down. But the gas miner just kind of goes, oh, and hangs around the area instead of trying to run away. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, we're already enemies of the Ascendancy anyway, and I definitely have plans to kick the Ascendancy's ass sooner or later. But I suspect that's why all these patrol cruisers are unhappy with me. Drop your cargo. Me in an XL transport without class escorts. No. Pretty much.
I've got you now.
No, no, I don't think you do.
Jump completed. Coruscant.
Oh, this is a mess. Someday. Oh, hello, Coruscant. I kind of meant to stop here eventually. I guess we're just passing through. Say hello to the future home of your favorite emperor.
Have you actually flown a real ship before?
Okay, they did a really pretty cool job on this. That said, there's no way that a city planet would have that few lights. It should be practically glowing, the whole thing. But it does look very cool. Also, you know how far apart those main roads would have to be to have a pattern like that on it? Anyway.
You're in serious trouble.
I passed all their
Jump
threats.
completed. Burma.
Stopping a ship that's in travel drive that is slower than you is hard enough, much less one that's faster. Okay, the next jump we're going to want to be out of autopilot for.
Autopilot disengaged.
Because it's another one of those, oh, I don't know where to go, despite knowing the location of both start and end
You don't
gate.
stand a chance.
Oh well. Tidy little fleet waiting here.
Jump completed. Coralia.
Oh. Okay, so our destination is straight ahead of us right there. And from here, we'll be entering Stamp Prime. And from there, we're going to end up right here in Yagdul, and then just kind of back home. Alright. Hopefully everything can stop going to shit and Hoth long enough for us to get there and piss on all the fires.
Jump completed. Bosnian Prime. Autopilot. Engaged.
Okay, from here we should have a straight autopilot shot all the way back home. Yeah, we do. Are you guys chasing an Action 4 of mine? Yes, yes you are. Damn it. Go dock and wait. Don't mind. Just go dock and wait. Preferably before the fighters come shoot you. Oh, nope. You got hit by Nebulon B, you're probably dead.
Something hit us.
Yes, you have orders. Please go faster. Damn it, the Nebulon B. Okay, well, we've lost another miner, apparently. Well, only one. We managed to save the large one, I guess. This is just a medium. I'm gonna have to order, like, all of my miners to go dock various places, aren't I?
Completed. Kalada.
Okay, well, before this becomes a serious problem, you go dock as well. Thank you. Okay, you dock and wait. You dock and wait. Okay. Both of my large gas miners are safely docked. I'll have to deal with this problem later. How is building going here?
Go away.
Close. Consumption per hour is 50k out of 30k we have available. I don't think the amount we have currently is going to be... the amount we have in order currently is going to be on enough. So let's add double. That should be acceptable. And there's the autosave. It is good, really good, that I added the apologize for attack mod. Because otherwise we would be very screwed.
Jump completed. Volus.
Okay. That should be enough money. I mean, I could probably send the Pretender down and they would have a reasonable chance against most of this stuff, but... Here's another gas miner. Order all the gas miners to dock somewhere. More miners can do whatever.
Jump completed. Yagdal.
I don't really care about the ore miners. Yeah, the ore miners are just flying from here to this gate and leaving to a place that is relatively safe from the Ascendancy. It's this area down here that is where the gas miners like to go that's dangerous. Okay, we're pretty close to home. We've re-entered Republic space. To be clear, not New Republic. Or Federation space, I should say. If only the Federation wasn't friends with the Ascendancy.
Jump completed. Key in.
What I should do, I should have built my stuff down here. Then we'd be closer to the Ascendancy and we would have to deal with Ascendancy attacks through the gates, probably. Whereas here, we're mostly protected by the Federation. And we just have to deal with the occasional overzealous Ascendancy type. Okay, it looks like Black Sun are attacking Ascendancy Acclimator. Good. Screw you. Okay, it looks like the problem children have headed south. That is both good and bad. Good in that they're gone. Bad in that I'm going to have trouble contacting them and telling them to knock it off. Some of them have headed south. Some of them definitely have not. Oh well. We'll deal with the problem when we get there. There's not much we can do about it now. Except watch and try to order ships out of the way preemptively. Wow, this guy got crap beat out of him. Okay, so we actually did save that freighter then. I was sure he was going to blow up. But it looks like he made it. Well, his service crew is going to be busy for a while.
Jump completed. Raider Jevin.
ICG. Oh, Independent Commerce Guild. Okay, those guys. That would be the purple dudes over here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps before we're back at Hoth. $33 million. Oh, and we have this ore miner I ordered earlier and forgot to give orders to. Whoops. You. Mine for Commander, Group Alpha.
Jump completed.
Should
Durentham.
have given him orders a long time ago, but oh well. Okay, how much money do we have here? 3 million? Drain that. We spent most of what we made over that short period of time. Yeah, we're up to 37 million. So we're about 3-4 million away from being able to buy the blueprint for the next stage. There's a high chance that by the time we have enough money, this will all have been finished. So we might not be able to continue using this construction vessel without having to pay him another chunk of cash. I was hoping we could have that one construction vessel finish the whole station. Oh well. It's only $150,000 to hire him again. Okay.
Jump completed. Vespin.
Unhappy ascendancy. They can suck it. It is ascendancy, right? Yep. Flying a TIE shuttle. TER. Owner. Question marks. I wonder... I'm pretty sure there's not a TER faction even in this mod. Or at least not that I know of. And that kind of ship isn't listed as being produced by anybody that I don't know.
Matao.
Odd. Maybe it's a buggy pirate identification or something. I really should go try to trace him down and find out who or what he is. Oh well, too late now. There's another one. TER Universal Trader. Owner? Question marks. It is definitely a mod ship. According to this, it's produced by the Federation of the Bounty Hunters Guild. Okay. Last jump, and we're back in Hoth. Who can we call to tell them to knock it off?
Jump completed. Hov.
ZYA Water Trader. ZYA. That's another unknown. Weird. That's an ascendancy. Ascendancy. Either everybody's cooled off. Either everyone's cooled off or they're out of range of my satellites. Okay. That's actually a problem because I don't know if they did cool off or if they just left. If they just left, then the problem will just come back again. Oh well. Resume your duties. And you... resume your duties.
Autopilot disengaged.
You... resume your duties. Resume your duties. Yeah, I think that was everybody I stopped. Go down through the list, make sure everybody's either flying or attempting to fly. Or getting attacked by Vong, apparently. He'll be fine, though. He's a large miner. Takes a lot to kill a large miner. Alright, looks like everybody's back online. There's a scattering of miscellaneous stuff that blew up. Wonder what happened there.
Please hold. We will be scanning your cargo hold. That's fine. You can go now.
Yes. Let's stay clean for a long time now.
Okay. He's doing fine. The Vong are taking the worst of it. Okay, board the oops. I probably should order it to get a few drones. We definitely need some cargo drones. We'll order like 50 of them. And then we'll get... Oh... What do you mean you can't? Okay, here. Let's order 15 repair drones. Boom. Okay. Order them to restock automatically. Metallic microlattice and silicon carbide. Those things don't exist, game. Maybe they do. Pretty sure they don't. Let me check something. Okay, trade. Filter settings. Add, remove where. Let's just check metallic microlattice. Is there anybody in the whole system who sells metallic microlattice? No, there is not. Okay, you know what that tells me? Somebody goofed. Alright. Station construction. Preferred build method is set to Terran for some bizarro reason. Let's go change the global orders. Default build method. Universal. I would love closed loop, but this mod doesn't use that. Okay. Is that going to change it to something you can actually buy? Hopefully. Droid parts, smart chips. Okay, good. Okay. So we'll be able to buy what we need now. Once we get enough energy cells online. How many is this going to produce maximum? It should produce like 60, 70 some thousand energy cells, which hopefully is enough to cover all consumption. It's almost done with building the microchip production. Then we just need to build double our current supply of energy cells. I did give enough money to buy all that. Yes, it did. Okay, good deal. Okay. So this station is dangerously close to finished. It needs 4 more modules. Well, it needs the energy cell production down here to be finished.
Docking aborted.
And then it needs 4 more modules to be added somewhere. I'd probably like to add more storage as well, but that's not particularly important. I think it actually has an okay amount of storage at the moment. Yeah, this is... Obviously, someday I would like to add a workforce to it as well. But for now, it neither has nor needs a workforce. I guess it's all just droids. How much money do we have? 37 million? 30, 40 minutes, maybe a couple hours at the very most. Well, there's no way it'll be a couple hours. Probably 30 or 40 minutes. And we would have enough to go buy the blueprint. And then we would need, I don't know, how much longer past that to get enough money to actually build them. Yeah. Scarily close to done. I will need to carefully go through calculating all the numbers to make sure we're not consuming more than we can produce and such like when it's all running at full tilt. But that will require it to all be running at full tilt, which obviously can't happen until we have more solar power online. But yeah, pending final checks. I've got pretty high hopes for it.
Please hold. We will be scanning your cargo hold. Then you can build it.
Bark. Oops. Well, that was a dirt maneuver, if I must say so myself. Let's wiggle our way out of here. Usually it's possible to rotate and twist and or not. Let me out. Why do you have back-face collision anyway? The collision in this game can sometimes be wonky. Often if you're flying at the right speed or the wrong speed, you can just go right through things. And that leads to problems like this. Yay, we're free. Okay, good. You know what? On that note of awesome skill, let's roll to our right side up in relation to the station. Looking at the remainder part that needs to be done, and let's save the game. All right. We got a pretty good amount done today. Like I said, we're very close to finishing this thing. And when this is finished, future stations that we build will be free. Because we will build them from our own supplies. We'll have to buy freighters for that. And we will still have to buy blueprints and such like, but we won't have to pay for the parts. Let's see. It looks like AF isn't doing anything. Avi is playing Dark Tide, and apparently he's playing with Wasted. Now let's raid Avi. Avi's cool. Hopefully the raid command works this time. Half the time it doesn't. Yay, it works. Okay. Well, thank you all very much for coming. Tomorrow, I assume we'll probably be back with more of this. Probably. Unless something happens, that's what we're going to be doing. But, yeah. And hopefully tomorrow we will have this station finished. Like, all the way finished. And we'll have to decide what station we're going to build next. But anyway, till then, let's all watch Avi go crump stuff as an Ogren. He was playing an Ogren last time I seen him. Maybe he's changed his mind by now. But I guess we'll find out one way or the other. Yeah. Hope you all have an awesome night. And goodbye.